Hi guys, Rodney Frost here from the Lamson Group. Just wanted to say thank you very much for our supporters of the CMP next door. We're in the shoe shop at the moment where the guys are busy making shoes with inner tubes of plain tyres and outer tyres from used plain tyres. It's quite amazing. I'll get Jane to fill us in on that shortly. I just wanted to thank the guys from Total Constructions, Omron, CBF, Spot Productions and my own team back at home for the continual support. We helped fund the facility and allowed Jane and her team to do their great work. Here with Jane now, we just thought we'd give you an idea of some of the things that are happening. Jane, if you can give us a quick rundown on what happens in the room that we're in.
Yeah, certainly. Well, first of all, thank you. Thank you to all your supporters and for everything that you've done to keep that room going for us, because we certainly could not have managed without it. And this room here is being used for making school shoes. So we take the aeroplane tyre for the sole of the shoe and then the inner tube from the truck tyre, and that makes the body of the shoe, and that provides a school shoe. It's handmade, it's stitched, not glued, so it's really super strong, and we're just really excited that we've been able to produce 100% recycled product that can be sold to school children. Yeah,
fantastic.
So, yeah.
Fantastic.
Hopefully we'll give work to lots and lots of fathers.
Yeah, the guys are working on raising funds at the moment for a machine that will actually help automate and employ more people, so they're able to generate 350 shoes a week. They've got orders for thousands of shoes from all over the world, which will be fantastic for the local community, because all of the work, all the employment happens with the local community, the people of Tondo, and all of the money that's raised from it goes straight back into the community via all the different programs. So Jane, run me through what happens in the CMP.
CMP is a multi-purpose room, so predominantly it's used for our students. So the students come in and they have training every single Saturday and every single weekend. The training can be about employability skill training, it can touch on health, it can touch on sexual health, any issues that the students feel that they want to have more knowledge about. And then our parent volunteers come in for training as well. Parent volunteers look after 20 students in the government schools. They go there, they check their grades, they check their attendance, they mentor those 20 students. They come back in the CMP room and report all of their findings. And then, of course, they're then trained as well.
Yep. A little bit on Tondo itself, for those people that haven't heard of Tondo.
Right.
What is Tondo? What's the area we're in? What happens? How did it come about? How many families are there, etc.?
Well, Tondo is a really big place in Metro Manila, and the area that we work in is just on the port side. So we're working with around about 20,000 people that are in the barangay across the road, which we'll go over a bit later, and we'll show you some of the other work we're doing in some of our other buildings. And they've been waste pickers. They've been commonly named as scavengers. They work on open landfill sites, they work in waste, they recycle that waste for just a few pesos, and it's not enough to sustain them. The dump site officially closed 2017, early 2018, and that meant that there were hundreds and hundreds of fathers that were just not able to earn any money, which is one of the reasons why we started the shoe project. It was in response. So the families have been waste picking for about 3 decades, maybe 4, some of them. So the children often haven't had the opportunity of going to school, and this is where we've come in. And what we found is, because school is not an accessible opportunity for them, when they are given that opportunity, they throw their heart and soul into it. And we've just had the most phenomenal results with our students. I mean, last year we just had 50 students who are honours, valedictorian students who, I mean, they're the top of their school. I mean, this is incredible given the circumstances of where they live, the fact that they have to live through the typhoons and fires, disease, evictions, and so much poverty, and yet they're the most studious group of people. And we now have 112 in university.
Wow.
And I think in the next 3 years we'll be up to about 400, because 96% of our students go on to further education, which is incredible.
That's fantastic. And a little bit, I don't want to embarrass you, but a little bit about yourself. How did you end up in Tondo? What was your career before? It's good for people to know a little bit about you. I don't want to embarrass you. Say what you like.
Well, I used to work for Rupert Murdoch. I was with News International. and I was promoted when I was 33, and I wasn't sure if I wanted the promotion. I felt there was more to me than what I was currently doing, although I was very successful in my career. So I decided to come to the Philippines. I knew it was English speaking, quite fond of diving, and I knew there was wonderful dive sites here. So it was really just a kind of sabbatical from work for a couple of months. And first thing I did, picked up a newspaper, saw all these families getting evicted out of their homes. I was really curious what a squatter area looked like. Jumped in a taxi driver took me here. Then I stumbled on the dump site and saw hundreds and hundreds of children that were working, child workers, saw this community and decided that I no longer wanted to go back selling newspapers. It was an epiphany moment, and the best moment ever, because although financially most definitely poorer, most definitely richer in every other way. So yeah, love what we do. 20 years on, still doing it. Yeah.
Fantastic. Again, thank you to our supporters that I mentioned earlier. For anyone else that wants to engage or be involved, we're looking to raise funds to actually support the rent for the building we're in at the moment. Not a lot of money. Sacrifice a coffee a day here for you. Just feel free to send me a message, and I'll make sure we get you involved. To Jane, thank you very much for all the work that you do on behalf of everyone in the area. You're the modern day Mother Teresa, is what I tell people.
Our pleasure.
It's fantastic, and your team are fantastic.